This morning, the Blue Earth County Elections Office held an election testing demonstration for the public. Officials tested voting optical stand precinct counters and assistive voting devices. It's an effort to make sure all equipment works before the election. The ballots are marked with assistive voting devices, and a set of pre-marked ballots are fed into the ballot machines. The machines' totals are then compared to the predetermined results.
This public accuracy testing reviews all of the ballots and the different ways folks would vote on a ballot to make sure that our ballot counters, our tabulators, can count those votes correctly.
Any additional questions or information you need, you can contact Blue Earth County Elections at 507-304-4341 or visit their website linked on this article at KEYC.com.